yield. Representative Kresha.
And thank you, Representative Garofalo. I'm happy to speak about this. As many of you know, we've been working hard on the broadband provisions. Things that have changed in the last couple of years is, one thing, we have about $500,000 or $500 million in CAF money, Connect America funds. And so as we put together the policy here, we wanted to look very closely at how we maximize those dollars, how we avoid duplication, how we avoid municipal networks so that private enterprise can get into the farthest reaches of the state. So what you have, members, is a couple of provisions. First of all, we put $15 million in broadband, and of that, we asked the Office of Broadband to be a little bit more transparent. We asked them to publish their criteria on the front end. We asked them to notify applicants within 90 days if they do not receive a grant so that they can review to see what happened. And we also asked them for their quantitative metrics. The goal of this broadband legislation, members, is to get to the unserved areas of the state, the toughest to reach areas, the areas that I like to call over the woods and over the hill and through the woods to grandmother's house. Those are the folks where we have students that have no access, where we have senior citizens that need access to telemedicine, and we need to try to get to them first. So what we've done is we've adopted the Minnesota Governor's Task Force on Broadband Speed Goals. By 2022, we will have adopted the 25 and 3 speed goals. By 2026, we'll have adopted the 100 by 20 speed goals. But more importantly, what we've done now is we've drawn a line between 10 and 3 that says if you're below 10 and 3, you're unserved. For all intent purposes, this is our toughest to reach areas. If you are unserved, we're going to match your dollars with private enterprise on a one-to-one basis. For every dollar that you put in, the state's going to match it $1 up to the grant amount. If you're in the underserved, and this is a very big distinction, if you're in that underserved, which means you have access, but it's not great access yet, we're going to expand out with a 1-to-3 ratio. I've heard this from the Lieutenant Governor. I've heard this from members out in the state as I've traveled around saying, how do we get these dollars to go further? Well, this is the way, folks. If we do a 1-to-3 match, we now can do more grants and we can get to more areas of the state. And that's if you have under access, not great access, but under access. More importantly, there's a line in here for economic development. Of those underserved grants, they're going to go prioritize to the communities that are looking to hold jobs and business growth. So we give you the provision if you're looking for the economic development angle. So with that, members, the next thing I'll add is in the second year, we add $25 million. So the total project over 2 years in this is $40 million. And it's a great step forward. It's a historic amount of money for broadband. And then if you add the CAF funding, and think about this, over the next 5 years, there will be the potential of over about $650 million flowing in for broadband. So with that, thank you, Chair Garofalo, for letting me present that.